Hey, hey y'all, I'm not gonna be in here long. Just came on here to say that child, uh what's her name? Chrisean. She pitiful. First of all, girl, we know you on that dope. We can see it. You on that dope. Secondly, pitiful. Pitiful. So, people can say she can say whatever, who, he, they, who can say all they want to. Chrisean, Ronnie, blah blah blah. I mean, cause I say Ronnie because Ronnie said this too. She was her. She was the it girl. She had her popularity, her stardom, and all that. I feel here. I feel here, and all that. I think all of us could see at some point where the it factor could have come from, but it's gone. She lost it a long time ago. Hit the like, y'all. Hit the like. Um, I'm not ever gonna be one to say she started wilding out when she got up there with Blueface. No, because I don't believe that. I believe it was always her, always in her, and everything like that. And I'm past that part, but I'm gonna say it just for the record one more time. It's a doggone shame what this girl has become in comparison to what she could have been. But I blame you guys so much so because y'all shouldn't have made her that popular, and you still should not make her popular. You should not be tuning in to anything that don't have nothing to do with Mission St. Junior. Tuning into her stories. Oh, her and her boyfriend, her this, her that. Every time it come on, then you gotta comment in the comment section. What is a this? Listen, I'm guilty of it too. Not as much as y'all, but I show up sometimes too, and I comment too, and even to comment to say what I'm saying now. Don't talk about this heifer at all. Don't pay attention to this heifer at all unless it is somebody advocating for saving June. Okay, I'm gonna get back on my Ronnie Doe marathon. I ain't forgot about that. Okay, just got personal things going on, but I haven't forgot about that. I'm gonna get back on it. We will be finishing that. And shout out to Sean David Wade, cause honey, I done saved a couple of his videos and I've been checking them out. Woo 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 woo. Sean has always been stellar, in my opinion, in his work. Um, I just didn't know he was doing a series on her. So while he covering that part and the baby and all that, I will be definitely covering Ronnie Doe. I appreciate a lot of the things that I'm seeing from Sean David Way, um, especially the updates on the family and what they have to say. So now I see their perspective, their current perspective, and I think a lot of us can understand it. A lot of us can understand it, but I don't think that that's a permanent position, of course. And who is she? Nothing but the devil. Nothing but the devil. And she can get on up out of here, and she will. Greetings, Network Africa. How are you? Uh, Listen, I get it. You want to troll, baby. That ain't nothing new to me. Okay, I am very much accustomed to that. I've been getting trolls since I've been on here. Okay. However, the bitch, if you come in my chat talking spicy to me and making a request and you ain't sent me no cash app, you blocked. So try again with your other troll account, but just make sure you leave an appropriate cash app before you start making a request. And leaving a cash app does not mean you get to talk to me any kind of way you want. Because this ain't OnlyFans, bitch. And I'm not here to be your fantasy, your whole disrespected, or none of that shit. I'll be ignoring y'all because I really don't care. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm blocking you. Okay. Blocking you. Because fuck you. Fuck you. You gonna pay for it. Okay, you wanna see I wanna, you gonna pay for it. Motherfucker. You understand me? Anywho, y'all come over to my TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. I'm gonna be live on TikTok for the most part today. Um, I'm be working on my scooter, and I got a better chance of getting help over there on TikTok because that's where I got it from. Than on YouTube. So let me say this. Oh, thank you, honey. Christ said God loves you. God loves you too. That's a nice message, and pardon my naughty mouth today. I should not have gone there, regardless of how I felt about um, whatever in the chat. I should not have gone there. I've been doing good lately, so I'm trying to stay on that path. So, um, Chrisean, y'all, Blueface gets out, and of course we see her all over him. And I got some footage. I'm gonna post a couple of things later. But we see her all over him and things like that, and thinking that that old timey thing is gonna come back. But y'all know she ain't nothing but evil. It does not cease to present itself. Okay, it does not ever cease to present itself. When this chick things didn't go her way and she see that it's she's not very bright. Okay, cool. So it doesn't even make any sense for me to sit here and speak as if I was expecting her to think, move, or behave. I know my lighting is bad. I just fixed on the lamp. Yeah, I'm just coming real quick because I'm about to be on my way out the door. It's it's raining all week. It's thunderstorming and it's about to go down. And I'm trying to beat it, but I'm probably not gonna beat it. And this ain't gonna help me beat it. But when it get the weather get like this, that's when I get the inflammation and just feeling like crap and want to sleep all the time and tired and hurting and everything hurts. So, and yeah, to be honest with you, all my body want to do is go back to sleep, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I ain't had my workout. I struggled to push out a little workout yesterday, but we ain't on that right now. We ain't on that right now. Back to this. This girl really feel y'all know she feeling some kind of way to see that Blueface ain't messing with her like that. And all that attention is going here, there, and everywhere else. She kinda like it ain't if she want to, but she done been with three, four different guys in what, a couple of months? Okay, a few months. Less time than my father's been deceased. And he been gone 6 months. She done went from one dude to the next, to the next, to the next. And although I think Blueface would never mind her selling her body for money in any kind of way that is going to bring her money so that he can benefit off of it, or even not mind her doing whatever the heck because he's in prison. It don't make her more appealing to him to see her hopping out on these, you know, different dudes. So that wasn't working in her favor. Not only the fact that, yes, he's being forced to claim Ronnie Doe's child. hmm And I'm saying forced loosely. I'm saying forced loosely because technically, yes, he is being forced to do so, but it is all beneficial to him because that is what their bread and butter, their main storyline. And she even said so herself on that recent interview that she did, which we're going to talk about that in a second. But she said her baby is more popular than her and Blueface. So that tells you right there that they absolutely know that they are selling, I'm sorry, have sold that baby. There's no DNA test that says Blueface is the father. There's no allegedly needed. There's no legitimate blood test or paternity test that says, let me make sure I say this correctly. There is no legitimate test that will say Blueface is the father. They all playing into this line ass storyline. The grandfather with the acting like he's swabbing the baby, the Whack 100 telling the story on B-Land about the grandfather swabbing the baby, and they got the test coming. Carlissa got the test coming, and saying it, but she didn't technically say it, but she implied it, right? Hmm, interesting. The fake test on Zeus saying he is not excluded, he's not 100% excluded. They usually don't answer you like that. However, you can go and get a independent, good old fashioned courthouse style um test done instead of doing home tests that nobody's gonna believe because you could just tell us anything. And especially when you got money, you can make that test result appear. Come on now, it's 2025. You can make anything. So you can make a test result appear that will back up what you're saying. So there's no way we gonna believe that we know that's Ronnie Doe, baby, and we know that they killed Ronnie Doe. We know this already. We know this. Okay. If you don't know it, you don't believe it. I don't care. That's on you. I don't. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We know this. Krishan, again, Sean Davy Way, if y'all have not, he has a very nice series going on over there. And I've watched at least two of them so far. Pretty good advocating for that baby. And he is the only other content creator that I've heard outside of myself say that's his baby. That's Ronnie's baby. Ain't no maybes. That's Ronnie's baby. And yes, she has something to do with what happened to Ronnie. 100%. Okay. And we grown. Okay. All right. So Chrisean, we know, is on all type of drugs, just like she was when she was pregnant. And she go to church high out her mind. They know she high. But, I guess there's some benefit to them, you know. She calls herself going to this baddest premiere last night, and I'm not for the Zeus or the baddies, but it looked like they had themselves a nice official event of some sort. But although I don't like Blueface and I'm not an advocate for him, and he's trash too, and I'm definitely gonna be talking about his ass too. I think it's real cute how he is showing her up since he been out. It's not going how she had hoped it would go. We all know this. So what is she gonna do? She gonna get higher and higher. As long as she's around these guys, she kind of gonna be alright, but she's still gonna start shit. The blood and crip thing. Listen, I don't take them seriously as bloods and crips. I'm not saying they fake. I'm just saying I'm not impressed. I'll put it that way. Does that mean that they're not real? I'm just not impressed. Okay, they're what's the boy name? I don't even know his name, so I'm talking about specifically Blueface and that pretend boyfriend, because that's her beard, but not her boyfriend. Chrisean is either gonna be dead soon, or she's gonna cause people to get dead again and some more. Because we already know of two, right, that we're sure about that are no longer here on her from her because of her. Mm. The first guy that Ronnie took the bait for and went to jail for, and then Ronnie, somebody who know that was his child and wanted to be in his life and was fighting for his child. Somebody who was there for your punk ass when you was young, and your mama was coked out and your daddy was coked out, and you just you needed somebody, and you was lucky to have him. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. Way younger than Sep. She was 17, way younger than Sep. Talk to him 12 years old, adulting on my own, and taking care of my siblings because I definitely wasn't the youngest. Okay, and when you hook up with that one right dude, and y'all down like four flats, man, that's you, and you killed that dude. Girl, and that was his baby. And look how she doing that, baby. Listen, I can't wait. I'm waiting for the video to pop up to say, uh, Chrisean has been found, right? Um, but I know a lot is gonna happen before that happens. Apparently, she's bought some ticket to be able to roam this earth and cause chaos. And I keep telling you, young ladies, and I guess young men too, or whatever you identify as, stop absorbing so much energy of Krishan's. Because this is not a game. It is definitely spiritual. And the concern is for Junior and justice for Ronnie. Okay. But definitely what we can see, what we can physically see, it is too important that that child gets away from her, away from that family, and gets help and gets rescued. It is too important to be sitting up here playing around worried about anything else she doing. If it ain't got nothing to do with Junior, if it ain't no coordination going on to get somebody that can be there to get. Listen, when that bitch said she was going on her way to the baddies premiere, who? It's not enough happening for me because info needs to be who is watching Junior while you doing this. For all we know, Junior could be laid out in the trunk of a car somewhere. He could be at home watching himself on the floor. He ain't going nowhere. She will leave his ass there. Y'all think she ain't left him by himself? If Chrisean don't clean her own ass, she keeping his diaper and his butt clean. That boy don't eat. It's pouring down raining. I hear it. It's pouring down raining right now. I feel it. Like I feel it real, real, real bad. So, mm, It rains too much here, y'all. It do. It do. I mean, that would be good if you're on a farm, but they fight so hard against you having that. So cut the rain. I don't get it. I don't get it. I used to go to water. What you call it? I forgot the name of it. It's been so long. Waterville, the water slide park. I had season tickets. We did that for 2 years, and it rained, rain, rain. I mean, it's raining. It's not raining. It's raining. It's raining. It's supposed to do that today, tomorrow. Just, I can't stand it. Can't stand it. I feel you. I feel you. But kind of chill out with that because this is not a religious uh meetup or nothing like that. Like this is not a religious page. This is not a religious meeting we're having. This is not church or none of that. And you have a right to believe what you believe. And I understand the importance to some to spread the word. So you can get one off over here, you know. But I think that it is respectful and courteous to not go past that. Don't try to keep pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got several comments pushing your, you know, you pushing your. I don't know what I can identify it differently than how you would, and then that would offend you. You wouldn't like that, you know. So I would just be cool, you know. If somebody is going or needs to receive that in a certain way, I guess they will, and I've allowed you to do that. You know what I'm saying? So let's not do no more pushing Christ over here. We ain't pushing nothing of that sort. Well, I don't do religion over here. I don't do religion in real life. Okay. Um, thank you. Oh, he's stomping her ass out here, out in these streets, not in the way that she tried to lie and say he did. Because even when she did that interview, you know, I enjoyed hearing Sean David Wade say he hates Carlissa because I hate her too. I said it, I say it, and I don't know. Me and him just have to be twins for a while because when he speaks as a matter of fact, I'm like, that's what's needed. That's what's needed because there was a conversation I was listening to between Whack 100 and VLAN. And although we could hear the creep in VLAN, because he was trying to get her to come on the show and she was trying to get him to pay her in advance. And he was like, I'm not paying you in advance. And he was like, it never worked out. But then he tried to get Whack 100 to interfere and get it to happen. And he thought that he could do that, and it didn't happen because she's an addict. She's a scammer. She'd have never sat down on VLAN. She would have took his money and laughed about it. Just like she over there lying about the Zeus payment and all that. But girl, we don't care. We gonna get that baby away from you. And however, the creator decide you gonna be punished, ye shall be punished. But I am hoping for your demise, like your heart to stop. That's where I'm at with it. Because I'm trying to watch my mouth. So your heart to stop. Because if you, okay, I wanted to say something else, but we know I can cuss. Yeah. So, anywho, yeah, he's stomping her ass out. So she ain't got nowhere to go but down now. So I'm just here for it. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. I'm riding this. And I do wish that people were more serious about getting junior help and more gung ho and straight focus on just that and not feeding into this bitch at all. But I am finding more people that, whether even if it's in the comment section, they are. It's no doubt that people are okay. This is not okay, and that baby needs to be saved. It's no doubt. And before, I was just like, y'all ain't upset enough for me. Y'all ain't serious about this enough for me. Y'all ain't looking at this. Because, man, listen, bro, we cannot sit here and watch this happen to this child. We sat there and we watched it happen to him in vitro, in the womb, as he was being created. We watched that. There's nothing we could do about it. We talked about it. I don't think we talked about it enough. Um, I think that there's celebrities and people like that because even to this day, with these funky ass interviews and shit she doing, uh, whoever the girl and the guy is, okay, I don't expect you to be anybody worth anything. I expect you to be a piece of shit just like you've shown me you are. But what was the value that you thought you had in bringing that piece of trash on here when you know good? Oh, they black. My bad. I'm not even gonna waste my breath. Yes, they black. They black. Fuck her and that baby, 'cause they black. They don't care about what's happening in Junior. Doggone it. But he's stomping her ass out here. Look, Chrisean was running around here like plum poo boo boo the fool, not knowing what to do or how to make no money. And somehow she got on baddies. And I'm thinking Blueface probably was the one who really put that together for her. Yeah, if I recall, I think he did through WAG 100 or something like that. But that she didn't do it on her own. She can't book her own live stream, much less anything else. And the proof is in the pudding. She ain't shit without Blueface. And that is really sad. Because, girl, you had a long time to learn something and to get you some kind of representation, management, agents. She had a long time to do all that. And she ain't do nothing. And she didn't know how to do nothing but sit and look crazy and wait for Blueface to get out. And when he didn't grab her up like she somehow dumbass thought he was going to do, she thought that that old thing was gonna be that connection was never really, really gonna go anywhere. First of all, dummy. Uh, how y'all? If I'm missing you, I apologize. I'm trying to not stay on here too long. And I get trolled a lot, so I be kind of like, yeah, you see, you're about to get blocked. You know, you better get blocked. Um, yeah, I'll be trying not to pay too much attention in the comment section. But if I see a nice comment like these two, then yeah. Now you say free prize. The only prize I know is from Fuji's. Is he arrested? Because that's news to me. So other than that, I don't know who prize is. But Blueface get out and he's just catching on to what's popping right now. And although it's different than he remembers only 2 years ago, only 2 years ago. That's how things are moving nowadays, pretty quickly. He just hops right on it. And I think making BDG one of the first stops is really good because who else knows um, what the scene is? And he can give him a rundown. Hey, blah, 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 blah. You should do this. You could do that. You should do this. You could do that. And so they set that up right off. And look, she had to be there, right? She had to be there. Said to be that, business on their behalf, on their behalf. She that was probably a trip she should have skipped. Because it did not help her look good as far as he's concerned. Because it just shows that he ain't checking for you, honey. But it was very telling. And I got a scene that we're gonna go over later, but it's very telling how you see her sitting there and you can see almost her own self-disgust. As if we know that it's not self-disgust because she don't have no um, conscience when it comes to her own self. But for a minute, it seems like we could see that, right? Because she has to live in it now. That was a nice scene for me. It was really good to see, and it's one that should be on the records forever. It is the moment where, oh, it's not just you anymore. You know this ain't his baby. He knows it's not his baby. They both know that they both know it's not his baby. But this is what the role we playing. So I'm the daddy, right? Okay, so let me see my son. Okay. So now she's sitting there looking uncomfortable while her baby's staring out his face. And she can't do all that crazy stuff because Blueface gonna be looking at her like, why are you doing it? Like, why are you sitting there doing it over and over on his face? Like, why are you doing that? Okay. So you sit there. He's just staring out of space, not even looking at nobody, not looking at Blueface or nothing. Blueface leans in, give him a little kiss or whatever, and then really no reaction from him because I don't think he registered what happened, and Blueface just he helped her ass out, in my opinion, because he just went and grabbed the baby, just just so we can't just be sitting there looking at the fact that the baby really didn't have no reaction to what just happened. His mind ain't even processed it yet, so he just picked the baby up. Now we see your baby in his arms, and look at her, look how helpless she's sitting there looking. Oh, he's stomping that ass out. Look how helpless she's sitting there looking. She like a pitiful ass little lost puppy. Cause you can't, whatever's getting ready to happen over here, it's getting ready to happen. She looked very nervous, very scared, very uncomfortable because here's your child, shirt and pamper right here in his hands, 2 years old and don't got no spinal. He just hunched over like this, and Blueface done figured it out. He now he got to take his whole hand and hold up his back like he a newborn. Hold up his back, hold up his spine. And you want us to believe he been sitting up and doing all this shit by himself all this time, you lying ass bitch. We see the baby all hunched over and shit, you know. hmm And you sitting there looking like, fuck, fuck. Then she sits up, trying to keep her eye on his face. Oh no, baby, let it happen. Let it happen. Let it happen. I think she got one swipe in good. That's about it. But we saw a lot in those little moments. We saw a lot. And you saw her as vulnerable. But how long is this gonna play out? What's gonna happen? Is he gonna get rescued? Um, is she gonna get killed? Um, what's gonna happen before he get 3, 4, 5? Are they gonna eventually tell the truth that Blueface ain't the daddy? Is she gonna try to have Blueface killed? And then, she go down from there. Like, what's gonna happen before he starts to become 3, 4, and 5 years old? Because first of all, we know that's not Blueface, baby. Listen, for the retards that may not be bots and may actually be people, and you probably a child. I don't know, but for any of you that might be actual people, and you say that's Blueface, baby, yeah, they took a test. First of all, test is fake, test is a lie. Second, first, Only test I believe that may be real is the one Blueface said he took after that test on the show. And he said that test came back to say it was not his child. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that shit, but I didn't. Um, let's say he is relieved of his contract and told you ain't got to claim him no more for whatever reason. Because do we know the whole reason why he has to claim him? I'm sure it's deep. I'm sure it's deep, but they all know that's not his baby. That's not his baby. So if he cared about that baby and that's his baby, do you think Journey or Javon? Just think about it for a second. Would he allow that with Journey or Javon? The way Chrisean is with that baby? The way she treating that baby? The way she had that baby any and everywhere? Y'all remember that time he went and got the baby? If that was his flesh and blood, do you think that he would just let Chrisean have that baby all day, every day? Okay, we can school y'all crip this shit all day long, but at the end of the day, he know how to get his youngin if he need to get his youngin. And when your child is on the streets from who knows where to who knows where, and he know more than we know because he's the one who filmed her when she came over there with riding the baby on the floor, on blankets, on the floor, trying to push the baby on him. And he said, "That's Charles Barkley, baby. That's Offset, baby. That's the nigga around the corner, baby. He ain't my baby." And she took the baby and put the baby in the back seat. In the back seat, just in the back seat, because Blueface went around there and exposed the fact that she had rolled over there with that baby on the floor. Remember when Blueface was trying to get her to abort that baby, and y'all was jumping down his throat, and I said, mm, it may not sound good, but that would be the best thing. We already knew she was on drugs and things. We already knew she was not going to adjust, adapt, or nothing to being no mama. We knew this. Y'all talking about, oh, that baby gonna change her. That baby, okay, how that's working out for those of y'all who kept saying that. That baby gonna make her a good mama, make her a bad person, make her this and that. It is not possible. It's nowhere in her. Chrisean was a cute face and um, a representative of what possible potential could look like. Okay, that's it. Long gone, long gone, long gone. She just is drugged out and dysfunctional as the family she came from, which makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, it's not common that you end up not being like that. Okay, that is actually what happened in my case. It's not common though. It's not common. Not where everybody just yeah. Nah, you. This girl is trash. She was inbred trash. What you call that? Incest trash. Just pretty trash. Okay, left out here to thug it out by yourself trash. And she was just out here surviving. She wasn't trying to be somebody. She wasn't trying to be, anything. She was just trying to survive. She didn't even know about being nothing. She was just trying to survive from one gig to the next. And she thought she upgraded from Ronnie. So, you know, although she kept messing with her, eventually she stopped. But Ronnie was at this child's. birth. She went to Baltimore, just like Blueface said, prearranged to have her birth there because all the hospitals are not going to just let you come in there and film. So she had to prearrange that. And she made sure Ronnie was there to cut the baby's cord, right? Because she knew that was his baby. And she's so slow because she wanted to get rid of that baby. She said it 1,000 times. And she thought all that drinking and smoking and stuff was gonna make her have a miscarriage. All that fighting with Blueface and all this was gonna make, and I'm pretty sure he did too. And I know that while he was already sitting there watching her drink, smoke, do this, do that, and he was also handing her drink, smoke, and this and that. Okay. I think that he also did a little extra extra, to make that happen. Even though he did say that, he was going to push it till you get it right. That was, to me, it wasn't just because he wanted somebody baby to die. I know a lot of people trying to look at it that way, but I saw way past that. He knew that baby did not need to be born. It was too much that had went on in that body that was already tainted when she got pregnant. Then all that goes on, if you've had babies, then you got absolutely, this needs no explanation. Most women prepare their bodies before getting pregnant. They want to be as healthy as possible. Then when you find out you're pregnant from that moment on, boy, you paranoid the whole time. You trying to do everything to make sure that baby get what it needs. And everything matters. Okay? Oh shit, the heat coming on, it must be cold. Mm. But everything matters. All that chaos going on. Hell, we saw her get thrown off one of the shows pregnant and drunk. Blue! Blue, come here, Blue. Why are you doing us? We've seen this child drunk out, cracked out, everything out, whatever the heck she be on, and pregnant. Okay? Glorilla with her ugly ass. Okay, I'm with you, Thug. Okay, no, I'm not with Thug. I disagree. The girl is super ugly, and y'all let her alone. She's doing facial reconstruction. I haven't really taken a look at it yet, but from what I saw, it kind of looks decent. She like a white girl. Who cares? Anything to fix that face. I can't even listen to her music anymore because I've seen too much. I try to avoid it, um, but I've seen too much on social media, and she is very hard on the eyes. Her voice already is too masculine for me because it's giving you a training. The look, the voice, all that. But anywho, Glorilla, the point. She been around Chrisean too many times when Chrisean was pregnant and drinking and getting high. One time, and I can't deal with you no more. I may not drag you to this place or that place or whatever, or find some way to report you or however that go, but I cannot be. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. I see you get down like that. I don't want to be associated. I don't want that karma. First of all, to be standing there talking to you, knowing that you high, getting drunk, and you're developing a life. Everybody who see that baby right now, who rocked with her when she was pregnant and knew she was pregnant, you're that's partially your responsibility. You're partially responsible for how that youngin turned out. And I don't see how anybody can sit up here and look at this child like this and knowing how much help this child needs and going about this shit like it ain't nothing. We knew this baby was gonna turn out like this. Did I know that this baby was gonna be with her 2 years like this? in everybody's face and it allowed to be. That's why I said stop watching her. You are feeding this demonic energy. You are only possibly creating more of this type of stuff in our society by giving her power and clout. She shouldn't be up here bragging about no money, no gain. She shouldn't even be. The only way Chrisean should be able to get high is if she gonna sell that mouth, that ass, that nose, anywhere they get sticky to get high. That should be the only way she can get high. And she this close to being there. Now let's get that straight, cause she ain't really worth nothing anymore. And that's why I say Blueface is stomping her ass out. And when Carlissa say, "Oh, he got a plan," I'll be like, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." Listen, Sean, when you say you hate Carlissa, bro, I'm with you. I'm gonna say that. I'm, I feel you on that, and I don't feel it malicious. I don't feel nothing. It's just a statement of fact. Statement of fact. Carlissa is just as toxic, if not more toxic, than Chrisean. And she's a very unnecessary. And she should not be supported either. She need to be stomped out too. But of course she's gonna die out because look at her dumb ass. Sean broke her ass down real good. He said this chick over here with a trying to do a reality show. That's the best you could come up with. Because that's what I was saying. I was like, she really think and when he called her out saying that she is the one who wants the spotlight, she tried to use her son to get it. Spot on. And Blueface is giving her ass a bone because he gets it. He knows that he wants the opportunity to humiliate her, but he also knows that she just like Chrisean and Chrisean Jr. Content, content. But at the end of the day, she trash. Calissa is trash. She ain't no different than Chrisean. The children have already told us about their lives. Okay. And for the most part, we believe them with all sincerity. And you cannot lie your way out of it. And there's nothing about what you're doing now that's making up for that because we know that this is self serving. It's self serving. This is the whole, and I did say whole, heifer, piece of shit, oompa loompa. I mean, I could do this all day. Because how much bigger are you going to get, Carlos? A side note. How much bigger are you going to get? Not wise. You need to Uno reverse that real quick. And since you want to act like you're wealthy, you got it. So hire somebody. It's just stupid. And it's a waste of your time to be sitting up here trying to be this reality star at your big old age. And your ass is just getting bigger and bigger. You getting further and further away from being attractive. You ain't that damn cute, Carlissa, that you could just be a big woman, a big old ass woman at that, loud and messy bitch. Who do you want to sleep with your son? Are you in love with your son? Do you crush on your son? Like, what is the deal? Tell us yourself. Oh, you don't tell the truth. Damn, because it's weird. It's beyond overstepping your bounds. We get it. There ain't shit about you that you got going on for yourself. So you have to use him in every situation you can to make money, and that will be your storyline. He's your storyline. There's other ways you could have went about this though, and you got grandchildren to play off of, and you got Jaden over there. But look at how y'all done stressed her out. She got to look at how y'all done stressed her out. I'm just gonna leave that there, cause we're not gonna pick on Jaden. Poor, poor thing. But your whack ass wanna be all in this guy's personal life. And that's what Blue not ever gonna stop disrespecting you because you gonna shut the fuck up and mind your business like you should. And stop trying to make yourself look better than you are. So what, Carlissa? You wasn't I was gonna give you some credit, but thanks to Sean Davy Way. He reminded me of a lot of things Andre had to say and listen, there's a lot of us who could did a better job. We didn't know what we was doing. We didn't have good enough examples. Is that gun pointing at me? I I know I turned it the other way. Okay, just to make sure, because I don't play that shit. A lot of us failed, dropped the ball, had our own issues we was trying to work out still, but happened to be a mother at the same time. And so now you got to figure this out, and you still don't even know what you're doing with this, with your own self. So we get it, Carlissa. Ain't no knocks on you for not just not being a perfect mom, for not really being a good mom. It could have been worse. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's not bad, but it's really not that bad. You know, a lot of the shit that they've said, it's really not that bad. It's a lot of it. I mean, their life was rough for them, and you should give them that, and you need to respect that. Constantly trying to lie your way out shit and make yourself look better than you was. Oh, y'all was in $1 million mansion. Girl, shut the fuck up. How? Write that shit down. Spread it out. Put it on an Excel spreadsheet for us. How was you having your sons living in $1 million house? Then being an extra on Soul Plane? Shut the fuck up, Carlos. Okay, you weren't no billionaire. Like, cut it out. It's whatever the fuck Blue said it was. That's what it was. And you had them children opening up your store. You don't, you can't say that that was a good thing. Where the fuck was you at? I don't care if Jay was 16, 15. Why is they opening up your store? And they gotta sleep there too to open up your store, bitch. Stop playing. Okay, we had to get up and go work in that garden in the morning at 5 o'clock every day. But we was in there sleeping in our bed. Okay, we was sleeping in the bed, and my grandma cooked breakfast after you came back from working in the garden. That comes first before anything. But we weren't having to sleep outside in the garden or no shit like that. Okay, you grow up on a farm, you're gonna get your ass out there in the morning and you're gonna work. But you had them sleeping in your store to open up your store and shit. You hop from nigga to nigga just like Chrisean, like your boy said. And now you wanna hop on your boy. Sick, sick, sick. But Blue is not playing with none of y'all. Okay, I don't think Blueface is a good person. I I think he's an idiot. He's a worker bee just like the rest of them. And whatever possible attractiveness he could have had, I got to get my encyclopedia to formulate this statement properly to describe the way I see it now. Boy, okay, it's that deep. You in that deep. I get it. I get it. I get it. Because when you get to putting MLB and Walgreens and shit on your face, you don't get a permanent check for them. You're not paid to be their mascot. You just did that. Nah, that lets you know how bad it is. That lets you know that he is claiming that child, and that's not his child. And he know that's not. If that was Blueface child, he would make sure that baby is being taken care of. Okay, if somebody gotta come and put this little girl to sleep, okay, stomp her out, whoop her ass, And it don't necessarily have to be that way, but that's they do stupid shit because they in the street. However, I absolutely believe that he would go whatever route necessary, and he will sit down with Whack 100 or anybody and be like, "Listen, find whoever or however, so I can find out what legally what all we got to do so I can get custody of my son." And he'll make that shit happen. Um, clean up his image a little bit, make sure there's a live-in nanny, whatever the course, whatever the experts say, this is gonna make you look real good, and it's not gonna take much. This bitch is out here in the streets and getting high all the time. He at least got a house. He got his mom and his daddy, and the baby got siblings. He can structure, put the baby in care, find out what's going on with the child. He don't gotta tell everybody, but definitely do more than what she doing. It would not take much. It would not take much. So I definitely, um, definitely believe that if he thought that was his baby, I get it. He gotta make this money. I get it, cause as far as I know, that guy, Blueface is a piece of shit. Let's get that straight. He's a piece of shit. I'm gonna be talking shit about him later, but I don't believe that there's no way he could be that comfortable just popping out everywhere, but not at the same time making sure his child is good right now. Now, is he a great father? I don't think so at all. No, because to be a good father, you want your child's mother to be straight. Let's start there. The way he has treated and does, and Jaden, and then gonna record her talking about, look, she drunk, passed out, son right there and all that. He don't care because that's who's directly taking care of and raising your children, you fool. But you want to talk about Carlissa. So in 5, 10 years, Javon gonna be right there sitting looking at his mama having the same conversation as you having with Carlissa. You know why? Because you messed that girl up. Put her through it and messed her up, and then you're gonna turn around and say some shit because she didn't give him no money while he's in jail, and you went to jail on her with children to take care of. Later for that, later for that, later for that. We get to the other Mexican girl. Who from Baltimore? Jaden? Chrisean is, but not Jaden. So, if that was his child, that baby, because we don't know from moment to moment what this child is going through, but I honestly believe that Junior's life is hanging on by a thread. I do. Because he has needs that we can only imagine. We don't even know. But if you've done any type of work in the medical field that allows you to work with special needs children or special needs people, and you've seen things before, I've been in medical field for a long time. I've worked with special needs children, and it's not that hard to see that he needs a lot of things, and he has not been getting that since birth, y'all. Since birth, not much less being put in these environments that are confusing and stressful to him, and his breathing is indicative of something there. And that also could be a result of being overly medicated, which I think happens a lot to keep him docile and cry less because he don't cry as much as he used to. And that baby's in pain. There's no way he's not in pain. I saw a uh he he was with when Blueface was holding him and they was in the studio, what have you, and Junior started doing the moving around and all that stuff. She told me he's sleepy. I tried. I said, can I have magic powers just one time? Like, one time in your life, you hoping that you get your magic powers, and so you just don't never give up because we don't never know what can happen. So I'm hoping I get my magic powers, right? So when she sat there, she said, he's sleeping. I said, I can punch her, right? I can punch her through the phone. Can I punch her through the phone? And it just hit the phone. And I was like, why you don't let me punch her one time? She didn't know where it came from. She was like, who fuck just punched me? Who punched me? Blue, did you punch me? I ain't punch you. I'm holding the baby. And it was me. I punched the shit out your ass. Shut the fuck up talking about he's sleepy. He not sleep. If he's sleepy, he's sleepy because you keep giving him that NyQuil, bitch. His body does not even have nutrients to sustain all of that. You can easily pass away over overdoses of things like acetaminophen and stuff like that. Especially some PM that's gonna put you to sleep over a while, over time. It's doing something to his body parts. That's what I say, and I mean his organs. You know what I'm saying? So um, I think the heavy breathing that we hear could be a result of that long term because when you're taking that lean, that cough syrup, that is not for you because promethazine. I used to be on promethazine. I can still get it if I want to, but I didn't want to take it long term. I was given it because I have chronic bronchitis, right? So um, it will help you with your breathing capacities. But I found some star with a B. It's a herb, very strong. That can help you. So I didn't want to be. Once I started hearing about rappers and weed and all that kind of shit, I was like, this is. I don't want to be on this on a regular basis. What are other ways that I can help my breathing? So I had to figure out different things. Do more cardio, lose weight, stuff like that, and take the. It's right onto my phone. I can almost see it. I will go get it, but whatever. But it is very, very good. And it's also for it's like an antihistamine and things like that. So when you're on lean, and look at what's happening to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne he got one foot in the grave. Okay, mainly because of his lean addiction over the years. If what I'm suspecting is true and she is sedating him, because why would she not? That boy used to cry all the time, and I think it's because he's in pain now. If he is getting a PM, whether it's Benadryl or if it is like a Tylenol PM or something like that, in the form of syrup, but however, it is also something in that that helps with pain. So I think that also keeps him down from crying. Because if you go back and look at that time when her and Blueface was together when he got out, and Blueface was holding the baby, she said, "He's sleeping, he's sleeping." Then she said, "Turn him around," and Blueface turned him around. There wasn't no need to turn him around. He know how to deal with a baby. He held babies before. He got two. Bitch, this your first. He got two. Don't come telling nobody who know how to deal with a baby what to do with the baby. You sit back and you shut up. He got this. So she gonna talk about turn around. He did it. I said okay. He playing it cool. I see. I can understand that because if too much is revealed, if he loses too much power in that one first meeting, she's not gonna be likely to sit up there and just let him hold him like that anymore, you know. So you know, I could see that. He turned him around. As he turned him around to adjust him, first of all, he too big to even be having to be adjusted like that. It's like he is a baby less than 6 months that can't even really help you and do his own body around. The way he had to adjust him, he was too long and linky because he's 2 freaking years old. And I think that somewhere up in there, with that adjusting, turning him to the front, he got on his hernia somehow. Because you could see in Junior, that's a strong little boy. You could see in his face, in his eyes, and he squished up real quick. You could tell that hurt that position. And then when he did that, I don't think Blueface saw his face, right? But when he did that last little adjustment to get him right, I think that got the pressure off whatever, how he was a little bit. And you can see that there was pain there. I don't think he's in pain a lot. And he don't have the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that one should be getting from food, assuming that you're eating real food that gives you that kind of stuff. I don't know where they do that at anymore. They should give him a multivitamin. Well, is it in form of liquid? Because he's chewing nothing, right? So he just got milk, cow's milk at that, right? Hmm, that's all he got. He ain't gonna last very long. His shit getting ate alive as we speak. Yeah. Ain't no way she ain't dropping him this and dropping him that. Listen, I told y'all just a little bit. I ain't really getting into it yet. I'm gonna come back and get into it. But that's under the paywall. My niece, 28 years old. That's my niece. That's my girl. That's my baby. She's on that mess. But not only is her grandmother my mother, you know, she passed away young age. My niece's mother passed away a few years ago, and then her father, which is my older brother, bitch ass nigga, but he passed away a couple of years ago. So it was 1 year after the other with her mom and dad, and that's gonna be hard on anybody. But at some point she ended up messing around with drugs, same drugs her mama and my mama was on. And this girl had this dude she was with, and he's like 40, and he on that mess too. And they said they used to fight all the time and things like that. But her baby, I remember Ronnie Doe said one of Chrisean Rock's sisters had the baby taken because she's let her eat dope all the time. And I said, why would somebody want to do that? But then I also, my niece, her baby, last year, what's the last year, died. They found some cocaine in his system. Don't know how I got there. Don't and lucky for her, they cannot say that that was her cause, his cause of death. Okay, she made it through. But guess what? Her and that fool, that was the baby daddy, still was messing around. Okay, um, I had another cousin, his baby mama, big ass. They came home high as hell. Baby was in the bed, 3 years old. Yasmani, beautiful, light hazel eyes. Oh God. Um, she rolled over and fell asleep, dead ass sleep on the baby and killed the baby, and he still was fucking with the girl. So I don't know, it be like that sometimes. But This guy Joseph, he's still messing with my niece, but people saying she responsible for the. I mean, she's the mama. She was there. The baby had crack in the system, but they couldn't pinpoint a cause. So she got a couple of charges. Neglect something. That was about it. Okay, cool. Then he and her, you know how Bobby Whitney, you know how it is when you get cracked out, you want to fight, you want to fight. So they get into it every now and again. And so he was saying like, look, 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 you killed that baby. You killed that baby. I'm going to the cops. I'm going to testify. You killed that baby. Huh? You killed the baby. How did she kill the baby? Well, he says, I have a text message from her because we was arguing. And she said, here, bitch, this is the last time you're going to see your child. Send a picture of the baby. So he supposed to be testifying in court. Okay. She ain't like that. She ain't like that. And she was charged at least once with attempting or interfering or something like that because she was trying to, I guess, I don't know how that went, but somehow trying to stop him from testifying, right? Convince him otherwise or whatever. Does that mean they weren't supposed to be around each other? Man, they had the SWAT team come one time. I think he was being hunt that day. Yeah. So, they had a lot of violence. And then they had this case. So, active restraining order, I'm not sure. I think so. I think so, if I remember correctly. But they weren't supposed to be around each other. So, but they were. And she was pregnant again, one more again. So, wait. So, you said she is responsible for killing your baby, and you got a text message of her saying, here is a picture, because it's the last time you're going to see your baby, and she sent it to you the day that your baby died. Okay. And so you're going to testify against her in court, but you got her pregnant again? Mm, that's weird. But, crackheads do what crackheads do. So he somehow ends up over at her apartment. Hmm. Okay, wait a minute. She kissed her baby, though, you say? Crackheads do, I guess. They get into it. She stabbed the shit out his ass. She killed him. She killed him. She stabbed him up. She killed him. She's a little short thing. She 28 years old. This is a whole grown ass man, 40 years old. She kicked the hell out of his ass with a knife. Listen, hey, I mean, I'm not shocked because you know how crazy and bad you gotta be. We from Vietnam. That's my whole family crazy. I'm not shocked at all, but nigga, you just walk right into that. I'm just gonna say that. So she killed the dude. Okay, I'm gonna say allegedly because there ain't been no trial. I'm just gonna say allegedly. All this is alleged because ain't no guilty here and there, nothing. She just got arrested this year. This just happened. So she killed the guy allegedly, drug him to the neighbor house, and tried to leave him there and say she didn't know how he got like that, but you stabbed him up. So she went home, tried to clean up, I guess, when you're doing it, you ain't think about all that. But then when it happened, you're like, how am I gonna get out of this? But if I had money, I'd be helping her. But I don't got the I don't got money for no defense lawyer for no murder case, and especially no almost double murder. But my thing is, poor baby girl. She's pregnant in jail, prison, women's prison, for killing her baby daddy. And now he was supposed to be testifying against her for killing their baby months before that, right? He supposed to been over your house. Okay, I could left that nigga right there and been like, first of all, why don't you ask the question about why is he even here? That's what I'll be asking the cops. Why is he here? So, it just kind of made me think about that because there's a lot of potential here for a lot of things to happen in this Chrisean situation. How long y'all think she gonna last? She crashing out harder and harder. Okay, Blue stomping this hoe out all over town. First of all, you ain't have nothing going on and didn't know what you was doing. But when Blueface get out, we see who kept your ass booked and busy. Like we knew that already, but I mean, we really seen that because when he was locked up, I was like, she just ain't gonna do nothing and try to make it seem like it was on purpose. No, you was lost, Dodo Bird. She don't know how to do business. And I suspect most people don't want to do business with her because it ain't worth it. I mean, Casa not, poor thing. She just threw the chair, put a hole in the wall, was like, you got money, you can fix it. And then Blueface is like, is that a video right there? What you think it is? So neither one of y'all gonna acknowledge what you did and then offer to pay for shit? Because that's just standard across the board what you're supposed to do. And I feel so sorry for him in that moment. But hopefully he has insurance for that kind of stuff. Because why wouldn't you? But that was so disrespectful. I wouldn't fuck with her at that. But y'all are sacrificing her baby too, because if she didn't have that younger, she'd have been iced out by now. And her clout comes from that baby. So y'all have her on the show, and you ask her about Blueface, but just like you asked him about her, he'll give a little answer real quick and keep it moving. She don't know how to do none of that. She don't know how to do shit. She ain't as smart as they try to say she is. She just not. She just know how to scam people who easy to be scammed. Scheme on people who easy to scheme on. You can tell that bitch lying every time she open her mouth. It's a lie. Especially the more cracked out she get. It's like she's lying even more and loud and high and just she is trash. She is trash and she should cease to exist. Okay, she should cease to exist. Y'all be saying, I hope she do better and all that. I don't see none of that. I don't care about none of that. I don't feel none of that. And she ain't worth it. And off with her head. She is trash. And deceased is the best way that I can see that thing. But Blue get interviews. Oh, what she doing? Following behind him doing the same thing, 20 verse 1. Then gonna say she's so fucking corny. She gonna sit right there and try to make it sound like she either filmed it right before he did or thought about it first or something to that effect. And it's like 20 versus 1 been here this whole time Blueface been locked up. So you pick now to do 20 versus 1? Oh, he does another one, you do another one. He did another one, you do another one. How many people did we just watch throughout the couple of years that this nigga been locked up do 20 versus 120? I don't even watch them shits, but 20 versus 120 versus 120. And I'm like, why they doing them back to back? Okay, it's different channels and stuff. But it's you still doing the same thing. It's a 20 versus 1. It's corny as hell. I'd rather watch Pop the Balloon. But I don't watch that either. But I guess it's just something that they do. So this ain't nothing new. She could have been doing this, right? But she does it after him because it's like, oh, that's what I should do. And I should be doing it with Blue, but I'm not doing it with Blue. So let me go get this paper real quick. Hey, y'all want to have me on there? So it don't take nothing for everybody else to understand. Oh, well, as soon as we have Blueface, we know Chrisean gonna offer herself up. And what does she do? Offer herself up. He do the interview. She do the interview. What does she talk about? Jail. So, what she talking about jail for? Oh, because Blueface just got out of jail. He talking about jail. Oh gosh, can we not be so obvious? What else we talking about in that interview? Oh, Blueface and people Blueface have talked about recently. Y'all, she gonna crash and burn. He's stomping his hoe all the way out. The cake topper of them all is the freaking premiere of Baddies. Hey, what's up, EJ? Talking about Chrisean. God servant, I'm gonna put your ass on timeout, okay? And I don't. This is against my better judgment now, so just know. Next time I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna block you, cause I don't even, I'm just gonna give you a chance. Probably cause it's God. You seen God. That's probably why. And I shouldn't even be weak like that. I should block your ass because I gave you a whole speech earlier and you didn't respect it at all. Matter of fact, you gotta go, bro. Let me get you. Let me get you on up out of here. You can watch me. And you can say it all to yourself over and over again. God loves you, Jesus, whatever you're saying. But if I tell you don't say that shit no more in my chat, don't say that shit no more in my chat. We ain't doing no Jehovah Witness stuff over here. Take that shit somewhere else. I let you get that off. But you're not finna come over here and try to make people feel like they need to get a life to God and all that other kind of stuff. If I want that to be like that over here, I'll do it myself. Okay, I got this. Tell you about Krishna and Bhagavad Gita, and we sit here and we, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We do this all day, baby. You know what I'm saying? You don't see me doing that. Get your ass on up out of here. Uh, Back to what I was saying. He took over the baddies reunion. I ain't even gonna lie. I said, what? Which I'm not surprised, but I think her ass is. Well, when she gets over, she is. She had to be high because that shit was bothering her. First of all, me and Blue ain't together doing this, and I'm the one who came and said Betty's was demonic, and I didn't want to be in the demonic. And now they having a premiere, and it's all about stardom, and all eyes on them. Hey, 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 and then they gonna have Blueface there. Oh, I gotta call Lenny. Oh, see how she threw a shout out in the interview? I gotta call Lenny and I gotta be there and I gotta get in there somehow. And somehow, I guess we're assuming, because who else said she was she on the flight? I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch that shit. However, did you kitty? Did you and uh your little stole robber, or whatever he is, your second pusher when Ray J is not around? Did y'all get in with your friends that you brought that I'm sure weren't on the guest list? I don't think they allow you to bring that many people. And then stating the obvious. First of all, your connection to any of that was from Blue. They was waiting on this dude to get back out. So she's so bright. Oh, where's my shades at? Because she needs to wear shades. She's so bright. She's so bright. she not only messes up her relationship with Blueface, so now they at odds. They can't even keep it strictly business because it's just that bad because she trifling, right? So you messed that up. So now he coming out and he really gotta avoid you because homegirl is really what not responsible for him going to jail first time. So he know he ain't trying to go back to jail. He's trying to make this money. I'm gonna stay away from him. That's out. Then you know Blueface and baddies is more than you and baddies. That's where she met this nigga at. Every time she had an issue, she always said, Blueface is gonna get you. My baby daddy is gonna how your baby daddy's dead, girl. Shut up. Okay. So you knew that when you came out here, they're demonic, bro. Cause your ass wanted to get high. You wanted to take your money and skate. You a crackhead who do crackhead shit. That running off your Blueface car that one time. What the fuck? Get your ass back outside. Fuck crackhead shit. That's shit dope things too. And he allowed you back into life. Um, he must have had no confidence in himself because it was in that moment he fucked up. I would have pressed charges and let that shit be done from there. That would have been the best possible measure. Or restraining order and let that shit be done from there. He chose to move forward. So now you stuck claiming somebody else's child who messed up. You're gonna have to play this out. We're gonna get to sit right here and see how you play this out because hey Pauline dog, what's going on? It is raining cats and dogs here, but I think it's starting to calm down, so I'm gonna head out in a second. Um, you gonna get called to the floor in a minute because you can't be serious. You can't just let Chrisean keep abusing your son. Your son. Mm-mm. You gotta take care of your son, and that's not taking care of your son. How are you gonna watch? Oh, how did Calissa fake ass say? Um, just watch him squirming in your arms like that. Oh, the same way he watched them squirm in her belly. That one clip I just watched over there on Sean David Wade channel. When they showed they was sitting around with somebody. I think it was an interview. I'm not sure. And they so used to her drinking. That Blueface is drinking. Got his little drink. And then she reaches for his drink. And he was about to give it to her, but she caught on real quick. That brain was working, wasn't it? Then he caught on real quick, like, oh, we so casual about this, but we want to be careful about who we let see us doing this. And you can see it all over his face. He contributed to what is going on with Junior just as much as she did. Well, almost, because she ultimately it's all on her. But he was just as much of as an enabler. Not to mention whatever they may have done to try to get rid of the baby. So just like Charleston White knew, we knew, everybody knew, anybody with some sense knew that baby was coming out messed up. And oh gosh, if I would have the patience, the time, and somebody would pay me to do so, I will scroll back down YouTube and go find the comments where I'm responding to people who are saying stupid shit. What kind of stupid shit you ask? Oh gosh, the kind of stupid shit that goes like, that baby ain't gonna come out messed up. How you figure? Yeah, yeah. No meal today. Oh, that's definitely not something I want to be worried about right now. It is just gloomy and rainy, so I can't imagine anything that I would eat that would make a good combination. I ain't even gonna lie. It will add to more sluggishness, inflammation, stuff like that. That comes with this kind of weather, and it's supposed to be raining for the next couple of days. But yeah, he stomped her little ass out because after okay, so the baddies premiere, you see how she came on here, she tried to lie, like getting on my nerves. She came on here, she tried to lie, she tried to say, I went, but I ain't go in 'cause I ain't want to go in. I ain't go in 'cause he was over there hiding. Then he gonna go inside and say, whatever the hell she was trying to say. She on here lying to y'all, and she's lying to y'all so much. Copping, copping, please. And it's like, dude, is that the way to go? Should you just be like, they can believe if they want to believe? I'm the head nigga in charge. I'm not getting ready to explain myself, but she's jumping to try to explain shit to y'all, and she's telling, she's doing a Kevin McCall on y'all ass. Just straight line, just lies all the way through, lies, and you can see the crackhead in it all. And it's like, you think people buying that? So you think people didn't see what they saw? They don't know what they know. So we don't understand that Blueface and Whack 100 said, uh, bitch, get off me. Oh, Master P. Holla if you hear me. And y'all didn't come up in there with that bullshit, which is a good idea. Great idea. Proud of them. Way to go. But that's what I say at the end of the day, I can say, what did I call it? I don't want to say what I'm thinking. I want to say what I said earlier, which I think was nicer. My cousin was a blood. My cousin is on my back, the one that got shot. But another story. So I'm, a little biased on that end. However, know enough to know that, yeah, some shit is just silly. And mm, until you showing why you should be taken seriously, you just saying shit to be saying shit. And at the end of the day, this girl is reckless for no reason. Okay, she's reckless for no reason. She has no problem costing people their actual lives. I do think that um, Whack 100 and Blueface understands that very well. I think that whatever the hell was going on with Blueface before he went in prison is not the same shit that's going on with him now. I think he understands that way better now. Yeah. hmm And I don't think he's gonna play with her like she thinks he's gonna play with her. You know. But at the same time, let's hope he can keep his cool because prison, him being in prison ain't gonna help nobody. It ain't gonna help none of them children. That's never gonna happen, And I don't think Jaden can handle that either. I just think he need to, make sure that that doesn't happen to the best of his ability. However, she's a problem. She's a problem. She's a problem. She a real life problem, and somebody gonna have to get rid of that problem, and that's just all it is to it, because it, it's not gonna stop itself. It's not. When you're doing all the dumb shit that she doing, and she can see that it's the internet. We can see you, right? We can see in the past too, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the same shit I be saying, looking at Kevin McCall, like looking at that whole interview. I was like, he's like, that's not true. That's people misinterpreting it, and then just didn't happen. And then they cut the Whack 100 saying, hey, when you disrespect that man and his daughter like that, I'm like, cause nigga, you did that shit. We know what you said, and we know what it meant, and we know what you said. Nobody misconstrued, misinterpreted, redirected, got our own conclusion. No, 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 no. We ain't slow, nigga. We understood the fact that you was threatening him and his daughter, boy. It's no kind of, and I put that on my life. Crackhead talk, lying shit like Chrisean doing. Let me tell y'all what happened. First of all, why you telling them what happened, bitch? You didn't get in. Your loud ass mouth, your hot ass, hmm, that thing you was bringing with you, and them other things you was bringing with you. I don't know who the hell they were. We gonna call them things, cause them things didn't belong there. There was already, there was already people there. Okay, there was seeds there all day. So y'all didn't belong there. Let's not play that game. Just because Chrisean is a dummy, that doesn't mean that y'all are dummies. Because this is actually what you do, right? This what you do? So you knew your ass. First of all, were you on the guest list? I don't think so. So then you was gonna show up? That's kind of like the same shit Blueface was saying about his sister and her husband. Everything he said makes sense. I don't know what the fuck I listening to this shit all the way up, all the time, all the time, all the time. Carissa, you need somebody to whoop. I'm not supposed to say that, damn. But I said enough, so y'all know what I want to say. She needs mentorship. I'll say that. She needs mentorship. She needs to be taught how to behave, cause you're never gonna get no respect that way. Never. Uh, what was supposed to come of Chrisean bringing her hot and drunk self to that place where Blueface gonna be over here doing his own thing, and he was hired to perform at what was supposed to be the premiere of a show that yo dumbass was supposed to be on. Mhm. So if they're demonic and all that, why you are over there trying to go to the premiere talking about I got a check, I got a check, I got a check? First of all, we don't care. Second of all, you probably lying. Third of all, maybe they did get her a little change, but why? She gonna show. She wanted to be there regardless because Blueface is gonna be there, and oh, it's at the premiere, so I got a red carpet. Like I'm the star. You're what? All the other people who were there, who partied, who had a good time, who are on the show, who these girls are doing commentary about, those are the ones that are the stars and should have been there. And it looks like that nobody had no problems except for the two girls that had a problem that fought. But that's what they do on the show. So even for that, it looked like people can't have a good time. Who having a good time when you bring in Bloods where Crips are already here? Not only are they already there, you might as well just unwritten rule, so to speak. You might as well just say that that show she's on, what's the name of that? You have fettuccine or mushroom. Oh, that sounds good. It does. It sounds good. Don't make me want to just think about eating something. Because you can eat when it's right. But then, what good am I going to be? So I'm going to ignore that, especially pasta. Don't do it. It just sounds so good. I take fettuccine Alfredo over tomato sauce any day. Mm-mm. But That's Crip affiliated. Then Blueface is in business with them. Whack 100 is in business with them. That's their thing. There's no need to have any bloods there, especially when they're not even on any shows. So you got this girl playing both sides of the fence, and she's still breathing. I don't get that part. Just like I'm scratching my head because she's disrespectful. She's disrespectful. Where I'm from, 99% of that shit with her would not be allowed. Actually, let's keep it real. 100%. As far as any disrespect, gang affiliated type disrespect, none of that would have been allowed. It's no, even ignorance of the law is no excuse as well. So you got that on top of that. So when she play in people's face talking about some blah 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 blah. Oh, because this is a game, I guess. Okay, cool, play. But then we'll go and sit somewhere and say, so I don't know, you gotta teach me. Oh, you gonna look me in my face and disrespect me then, huh, bitch. Okay, okay. I just think that her shit is already signed. And if it's not, then we ain't dealing with that. On either side. We ain't dealing with that. Ain't nothing going on there. Nothing going on there. Cause that's unacceptable. Her behaviors are unacceptable. So why is she doing it so willy nilly? Because she knows no small thing. What she's doing. How far is she gonna be able to go? Because this is only her first attempt that we know of, but definitely first open attempt. And I grew up say, hell no, I can't let that slide. You just listen to a song, you know, already know how that go. It's a no. Like sometimes when your child do something, you gotta let them know you can never do that again. Sometimes you got to tear that ass up. You got like our punishment might be your thing. I'm not advocating for put your hands on nobody, but you gotta really come down hard and let them know that this is a oh no, we will not tolerate this. Okay, um, she played too many games. And you should not be trying to bring those dudes over there. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to turn this on that. You should not be trying to bring those dudes over there. Okay? I'm being a tripod right now. So, however that went, it's good it went that way. Because at the end of the day, I'm sitting up here like Lemonhead, Lemon, whatever his name is. You put Chrisean on the flyer? You told Chrisean to come? I thought she was calling y'all out for being demonic and shit like that. And look, you probably are. She is too, but 9 times out of 10, y'all are. And it's cool. Everybody knows that. Come on. We know what type of content that is. Okay, cool. Be that. But don't be stupid. You can't invite Krishan and Blueface at the same time. That running behind him shit she doing, okay, that's different. If he's at this event and then the next one you want to showcase her, okay, cool. But he's not even invited. He's gonna know we got Krishan headlining. Don't even come. Same for her. You're not welcome at this event because that's how you gotta tell her. Not no, it's optional. No, you cannot come. But to put them on the same ticket, like I'm sure you were corrected on that. I'm sure because You're not doing that again. It's no. It's a no. It's a no. It's a no. They're not together anymore. They're not together. Chrisean has always been the op, so she really the op now. She really the op now, and she up to no good, and she don't care about herself or her own son, much less anybody else's life. Okay, she don't have no problem because she has blood on her hand more than one time over. She don't have no problem. She don't have no conscience. She don't care. Do you know the girl that show like? She don't care. She don't care. She don't care who it is. She don't care at all. All y'all that like her, she don't care if it's you. She don't care if it's your mama. She just not care. She just don't care. The sugar has no heart. And y'all like her, but you never seen anything to suggest that she's a human and she has a heart. You haven't. You can't bring up or nothing. You have not. You just took it up on yourself to see her the way you wanted to see her. And she got blood on her hands and y'all still and it's unjustifiable. Cause trust me, I don't got no problem with blood on your hands. It's unjust it's oh you filed for that type blood. And she trying to get some more. She's been already stated, you know, as such. It's really simple. It doesn't take much. Politicking is politicking, especially when you even half-ass know what you're doing, which this girl cannot say she don't know what she's doing because, first of all, you dated someone for a good little while, and then you went and played over here and played over there, whatever, whatever. But you know enough to know that this ain't your place. That ain't your place. This ain't your place. That ain't your place. Cause it's not nothing to play around with. Don't be disrespectful. This is not a joke. It's not a game. This is not your place. Shut your fucking mouth. And she has crossed several lines, several times. And that attempt there was just, and this is why I wanted to also address Lemonhead. Because food, it could all change for you in a second. And you about to have a baby too. Play with it. Okay, you can keep getting your paper, or you can. It could all be just a horrible, horrible nightmare for you. It really can. Keep on messing with that trick. That ain't worth nothing. And see, won't she cost you everything? Yeah, cost you everything. This this is a chick that tried to bring uh whatever whoever that is she dating over there, whatever that is, allegedly dating, because that's not what's going on. But and then some other people who shouldn't be invited, and there's was said to be Bloods. Why? Okay, he's her plus one. Still, nigga, you can't come in. You know, I know I talk my shit on the internet or whatever, but you can't come here because this is not territory for you to be hanging out at. She don't got that kind of sense. She don't care. She got vengeance for this guy. She salty. She mad. He ain't dealing with her. He ain't dealing with her. So mm, I have heard the rain stop. I'm gone, y'all. I'll be back later. But make sure you go follow me on TikTok because we're gonna be live on TikTok. It's like a live fest or whatever going on at this time. And I'll be live on TikTok later. Let me see if I missed anything. Oh, okay, we didn't go past the fettuccine and mushroom spread. I'm just gonna act like I didn't see that comment. But if y'all didn't hit that like button, hit that like button. But yeah, Blueface is stomping her ass out. And he just got out of jail. How long he been out? It ain't been long. It ain't been long. And he around here just he getting a little scrap money too. It's nothing. A song here, a song there, um, a live stream, a little feature, uh the 20v1s, little shit like that. That's nothing. That's stuff she could have been doing, and led on to other things by now and all that. And she ain't been doing none of that. Interesting. So anyway.